couple of games into pre-season, Alex, you must be a happy camper after that.
Yeah, pre-season games going well so far. Obviously it's not always about the result, is it? But it's always nice to win. Keep a clean sheet, which we have done in both the games that we've had. We had a really competitive in-house game on Tuesday. I think the difference a little bit from this season to last season, we've added quite a lot of depth to the squad. A lot of good players have come in and just kind of added that competition for places really across the park, and pushing some of the other lads on who may have been a little bit comfortable last season, and we're seeing some good performances from lots of players.
And at this time of year, everyone's interested to know who we signed and who's left. Let's start with the negative in a way, as players that have moved on. So who have we lost from last season?
So Jack Bostock went to Lytown. We wish him well with that. Move up the pyramid, which is really good for him. So we wish him well. In terms of other players, Luke Hadaway and Brad Ralston have stopped playing football, which is a shame. Both kind of got work commitments, which they can't do anything about really. Still looking to keep them both registered, but unlikely to play, sort of thing. Yeah. In terms of who we've signed that's new, or who we signed in general, every other player that was with us last season has signed for this season apart from them three.
Excellent.
Which is great. In terms of who we've actually signed as new, we've got a couple of trialists still playing for us. But we have signed Charlie Marshall from Heath Hayes. Didn't play today but did last week. Pleased to get him on board as well, gives us a bit of depth at the back. Also signed Matty Bestel, who I believe was at Walsall Wood for some part of last season, and then didn't play for the remainder of the season, but he's a great addition for us at left back. We've also got Evo back at left back as well, obviously played for us the season before. But
and centre half today.
Yeah, centre half today, but we've been travelling and things like that. So we've signed them on. A couple more irons in the fire, for want of a better phrase, who've been trialling and things like that today. And hopefully a couple more signings in the next couple of weeks. But like I say, we're just trying to add that depth to the squad, so good to have that.
Well, I must admit, in terms of social media today, our first two goals were scored by Trialist A and Trialist B. But I think it's that competition, isn't it? We were saying before the game, you look at the middle of the park particularly, and you were naming all these players that are players from last season, some that are back from injury, and you think, okay, who do you leave out? And that's going to be a big challenge for you this year.
Yeah, it will be a big challenge. Keeping them all happy is going to be difficult, but at the end of the day, if you want to do something, you can't do something with 17, 18, can you? You've got to do something with 20, 21, 22. And the way I've done it for the last 2 years is I've said that once we've had a settled squad, I've not really wanted to sign anybody or want to bring anybody in, and I think we only brought 2 players in last year during the season, and we'll look to do similar this year, get a squad and hopefully keep that squad together and try and do something successful and just kind of build on last season really.
And it's difficult to look, and there's probably no point in looking at what other teams are doing at this moment. There's some clubs are going very, very big with their signings, others are being very quiet. Yeah. Which in a lot of ways I think it's probably the best way to do it. Keep our irons in the fire, but keep us quiet. Let other people get guessing. Other clubs can do it however they want to do it.
Yeah, absolutely, and we can just only focus on what we're doing. All we're doing is enjoying getting the lads back together, enjoying training, enjoying competing in matches, and getting a good kind of squad morale, squad togetherness as part of it. And look, it's been a great 3 or 4 weeks. The way that the North West Counties is, they don't take a lot of consideration in for the players, do they, in terms of how early they like to start the season. I think that's something that needs to be looked at personally. But it's been good to get back together and get all the boys going again, and I know they've loved it, being back together, and I've certainly loved it as well. It's been great last few weeks, and we just keep looking forward to the season.
And 8 league games by the end of the first month.
Yeah. Yeah, just
nothing. We've already had a conversation about this, and I think how ridiculous it is. But a quarter of the season will be done by the end of August.
Yeah, there's no common sense happening there, is there really? So I can't comprehend it myself. But oh well.
We're a home first game, which will be. It's always a team we enjoy playing because of the way they play, and it's we like Main Road as a club. I think it's a great way to start the season.
Yeah, look, really like Main Road. I think they're a very similar club to us, really. I've got a lot of time for the lads that are there. We've had some great games with them, the 3-3 down here in the first season. Then we went up and had that horrible 0-0 up there, where it was blowing a gale and the ball spent more time off the pitch than on it. And then we've had 4-3 last year at home to us, and then we beat them 2-1 away there as well.
Yeah, so, a certain person, coming off the bench.
Yeah. I'm not sure who that was. But yeah, looking forward to it. It'll be good.
Well, we'll have a chat again after the last pre-season friendly before we start 3 weeks today.
Yeah, look forward to it.
Cheers, lad.
Thanks, mate.